For the release of Taylor Swift's Lover, the singer-songwriter put out 4 deluxe albums that featured exclusive posters, voice memos, and various journal entries from the ages 13 to 27. The star talks about landing her first record deal, school, being famous, and so much more. The thing I loved most about reading Taylor Swift's diary entries was that they were so funny and so relatable, especially because you read them in Taylor Swift's voice and you can imagine her having these thoughts, and it's just so funny. There was some where I couldn't stop laughing, and honestly, I was really bummed when they were done because I just wanted to read more and more. So today I'm gonna share with you some of the funniest quotes on Taylor's diary entries from her Lover Deluxe albums. Let's kick it off with version 1. On August 25th, 2003, a 13-year-old Taylor is talking about being in 7th grade. I love being older than the 7th graders. I never knew how stupid I must have looked carrying around that huge book bag, running and bumping into everybody trying to get to class on time. From version 2, this time 13-year-old Taylor is daydreaming about her first kiss. You know, sometimes I think a lot about what my first kiss is going to be like. It's going to be great and romantic, but something tells me that my first kiss is really far away from happening because the guys in our school aren't even worth worrying about. She then goes on to say, I guess I'll be okay without a first kiss. I just think it's so funny that she's like, I'm gonna go my whole life and never have a first kiss. But again, guys, relatable. And that's the key here with this diary is that Taylor, you can relate to her thoughts. I remember being around this age and thinking, oh my God, nobody's ever gonna like me, blah, 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 blah. And I feel like so many of us go through that as well. Taylor is always confident and flawless on stage, but here is an entry from a time when things didn't go too well. My guitar pick broke in half and flew out of my hands. There was this huge silence. It was awful. I had to bend over and pick it up in front of everyone. And while I was singing, this guy was shouting stuff like, go on, sing that country bull. Guys, first of all, what kind of a person yells that to a 13-year-old girl while she's performing? I think about that, and it's funny because when I read the story, I visualize Taylor Swift, strumming her guitar and singing her lyrics, and this happening to her pick, and her picking it up, and then some random guy, over there is lies. First of all, that is so messed up that she had to go through that, but it's funny because I love the part where Taylor says, and it was awful. We all deal with weight issues, especially us girls. Some days we feel good and others not so much. Turns out Taylor goes through the same exact thing. From version 2, November 29, 2006, 16-year-old Taylor writes, oh, and I'm dieting again. Over the holidays, I didn't watch what I ate, and man, it's so weird how fast I can gain or lose weight. She goes on to say, it's crazy. I'm going to lose some now. I thought this one was funny because I liked how she ended it. I'm gonna go lose some now. If it's that fast, a snap of her finger, she's like, I'll be right back, 5 minutes, I'm gonna go lose some right now. It was just funny the way that I read this one. And again, guys, relatable. There are so many days where I'm like, bleh, I feel gross. And other days I'm like, hey, I look good. But so you're like, okay, I gotta go lose weight now. And it's just funny the way Taylor Swift wrote this one. It's just funny. Everyone has bad moody days, even Taylor Swift. From version 3, entry May 19, 2003. Oh, I was such a bitch today. When mom picked me up, she was late again because she thought I had varsity singers. I was nasty to everybody. Alright guys, first of all, Taylor, we don't blame you. We all have bad days. This one was kind of a breath of fresh air because we all see the super nice, kind Taylor. So knowing that, today she's writing about being a bitch and being nasty to people, I just thought this one was hilarious, okay? Super funny. Again, even with this one, okay, I even like the way she wrote it. If this could be a lyric, I would take it. Technology and Taylor. I got an iPhone from my parents, and I'm so obsessed with it. It's not even funny. It's my soulmate. 20-year-old Taylor writes about shocking the world. The CMT Awards were last week. I shocked the world and straightened my hair that night. Gasp. Swift, miss. Christmas is right around the corner, so I've been obsessing over what to get Austin, and I decided on a sentimental gift, rounding up all the hilarious texts and memes he sent me in the last year and putting them in a scrapbook called Shit My Brother Says. So in Taylor Swift's journal entries, she included a lot. She included some really funny stuff. She included even some deep stuff. She even included some very touching stuff. So we kind of saw like a variety of different posts. So these ones are just some of the funniest ones that I thought, but there is still so much more in them. Like guys, there were so many times that there was things that she put in there that I had no idea Taylor Swift dealt with or had to do or that she thought about. So it was really interesting to sort of get in her mind about how she thinks about things and how she plans things, from like even her tour or, you know, the cover of her album. Or one of the cool things too is when she mentions when she wrote a song and then you find out what song it was, or you kind of figure out what song it was. That's cool too. And then there's also lyrics in there. It's just crazy. It's awesome. So as a Taylor Swift fan, I think if you're a Taylor Swift fan, you'll definitely enjoy going through these. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So guys, let me know what you thought of the entries that I included here. Which one did you think was the funniest? If you guys have the deluxe albums, are there some other funny ones that you would have really liked to see in this video? If so, drop them in the comment section below. Other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning in to my video once again. As always, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next time for the next video.